When a narcissist sees a threat in you, here's the darkest minds game they play to drive you crazy. When under the influence of a narcissist, space and choice seem attainable, or so they claim. The narcissist fabricates an illusory realm of choice, allowing you to believe that you can be, think, feel, and believe anything you wish. However, they manipulate and mold their surroundings to ensure that everything leads to the outcome they desire, enforcing an acceptable mold onto you. But how do they do this? How do they manipulate you into making their wishes your own, all while maintaining the illusion of choice? The answer: the double bind. This treacherous game of the mind is the topic of today's episode. Hey everyone, welcome back to another mind-bending episode. Today we delve into the murkiest depths of the human psyche, exploring the narcissist's manipulation tactics through the double bind. Brace yourselves, for you may have unknowingly fallen into this abysmal pit of deception. If you're intrigued and wish to learn more, kindly hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey to overcome narcissistic abuse. Let's spread awareness and bring hope to those who suffer. And don't forget to turn on notifications, as there's much more to come. Before we begin, I have a question. What was the most perplexing moment you encountered in your narcissistic relationship that still baffles you? Share your thoughts and experience in the comments below and support others through difficult times. Number 1. Deciphering the double bind. To comprehend the double bind, we must delve into its complex and confusing nature. The vexing psychological phenomenon deceives you into thinking there are choices to be made, each leading to different outcomes. But here's the thing: both choices ultimately lead to the same unfavorable destination. It's akin to a rigged game. You believe you have free will, but the person offering the choices already knows they've predetermined your fate. Now let's apply this concept to narcissistic relationships. Remember all the instances where you thought you had choices, but then the narcissist's words or actions proved otherwise. Their double talk and manipulation deceive you into believing they respect your free will when, in reality, their goal is to lead you toward the same undesirable result. They play the victim, promising never to repeat past hurts, but their cunning setup ensures the inevitable outcome you dread. Number 2. Demystifying the phenomenon through an illustration. Let's unveil the enigma of the double bind through an illustration. Picture this. The narcissist engages in a conversation with you, offering a seemingly sympathetic statement, stating, "I don't want you to feel bad, it's not your fault. You've done nothing wrong." But as the conversation progresses, they spill out their own troubles and grievances, highlighting how you may have contributed to them. Especially if they're a crafty and surreptitious narcissist, they'll indirectly blame you. Moreover, they may bring up another person, reminding you how you've let them down or hurt them, implying that there is something fundamentally wrong with you. And when you inevitably feel hurt or upset, they'll gaslight you, making you feel overly sensitive or unreasonable, claiming they've done nothing wrong. Another example could be a narcissistic mother who professes love, support, and care for you, claiming you are their world and everything. But their actions reveal a different tale. They abuse, neglect, traumatize, and abandon you, causing immense cognitive dissonance, the byproduct of these insidious double binds. The narcissist's sneakiness shakes your perception, leading you to believe that you hold some control or that the situation will proceed in a specific manner. But in a hair-raising twist, their actions contradict the earlier narrative they spun. You're trapped between two opposing, inconsistent beliefs, jolting your brain. The experience of compartmentalization results in an unstable mental state. Number 3. Unveiling the depths of hypnotherapy. Behold the eerie power of dark hypnosis. A diabolical way to play with someone's psyche is to put them in a trance. If you foresee resistance or want to offer numerous options to the client, you make them believe they have an array of choices. But here's the thing: you, the hypnotist, are aware that every option leads to the same destination. Now ponder this in the context of a narcissistic relationship. The narcissist ensnares you in a conversational trance, giving you choices to make, prolonging your maddening confusion. Outwardly, nothing seems amiss. They don't yell or overtly control or abuse you. They seem like an okay person on the surface. So why do you feel unhinged? Why does it take so long to recognize the subtle manipulation they inflict upon you? You begin to doubt your sanity, questioning whether you created the situation or projecting past issues onto the relationship. You remain blind to the nefarious subconscious influence. Number 4. The dark art of dissociation. Dissociation is the state where you disconnect from overwhelming feelings and sensations. Clinging to the image of the slumbering body, you won't sense anything, while the curious disengaged mind won't register any emotions. Regardless of the choice you make, the outcome stays the same: dissociation. I've been trying to show you the complex world of a narcissist's emotional abuse, but it's a labyrinthine journey deeper than words can express. Labeling it emotional abuse would be an understatement. It's nothing less than emotional assassination. That's right, emotional assassination is a fitting term to describe the intense damage it causes. It leaves an abyssal soul wound that engulfs you in perpetual suffering and distress, lasting months or even years after breaking free from the narcissist's clutches. You remain lost and confused, unable to identify the cause of your pain. The agony, the bafflement, it's all too real. You start doubting your emotions, thoughts, and beliefs, always holding yourself responsible for the deeds of the narcissist. Alas, you cannot see their manipulating tactics, the double binds in their conversations. See, the narcissist gives you the false perception of choice, but in actuality, you have no say. You end up doing what the narcissist desires. They create double binds by acting in contrary ways, causing confusion. They offer you alternative options, but why bother? Every choice leads to the predetermined outcome of the narcissist's desire. Well, that's it for today's episode. If you found this stimulating video informative, let me know in the comments section. Remember to hit that thumbs up and share it with your loved ones who could benefit. Till next time, let the healing begin.
So everyone, narcissistic personality disorder, a mental condition characterized by a persistent pattern of grandiosity, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy toward others. These traits are not only prevalent in individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, but can also be found in those with narcissistic tendencies. These individuals can be found in all walks of life, including the workplace, friendships, and romantic relationships. Unfortunately, these individuals can be manipulative and abusive, causing significant harm to those around them. One way in which they can do this is by playing the darkest minds game, a psychological game that is designed to drive people crazy. The darkest minds game that narcissists play is not as otherworldly as the one detailed in the science fiction series. Instead, it is a game of manipulation and control where the narcissist seeks to break down the victim's sense of self, self-worth and personal identity. The narcissist will use a variety of tactics to control the victim, including gaslighting, emotional manipulation, and psychological abuse. Gaslighting is a common tactic used by narcissists to distort reality and make the victim question their own sanity. The narcissist will deny their behavior or shift the blame or responsibility onto their victim. They may also minimize the victim's feelings or make them feel guilty for expressing them. This erodes the victim's self-confidence, causing them to doubt their own instincts and perceptions. Emotional manipulation is another tactic used by narcissists. The narcissist will use the victim's emotions, such as love, guilt, or fear, to control them. They may exaggerate their own successes or belittle the victim's accomplishments and dismiss their opinions and ideas, making them feel inferior and dependent on the narcissist for validation and approval. Psychological abuse involves the deliberate use of psychological and emotional tactics to control and harm the victim. The narcissist may threaten or intimidate the victim, isolate them from their friends and family, or withhold affection and support. They may also employ tactics such as stonewalling, in which they refuse to communicate or discuss issues, causing the victim to feel powerless and alone. Well, the ultimate goal of the darkest minds game that narcissists play is to drive the victim to the brink of madness. This is achieved through a combination of tactics that chip away at the victim's self-worth and cause them to question their own sanity. The narcissist will use lies, gaslighting, manipulation, and abuse to create a sense of complete dependence in the victim system. So, in conclusion, the darkest mind game that narcissists play is a real and damaging form of psychological abuse. Narcissists use tactics such as gaslighting, emotional manipulation, and psychological abuse to control and harm their victims. And the ultimate goal is to break down the victim's sense of self-worth and personal identity, causing them to doubt their own instincts and perceptions. It is essential to recognize the signs of narcissistic abuse and seek help if you are a victim. If you find yourself struggling with a narcissistic relationship, remember that you are not alone and there is help available. The darkest mind games that narcissists play is a dangerous game that can cause serious harm, but with help and support, you can overcome it. If you are interested, you may check the description box below for more information about this, and we also have a recommendation of one-on-one consultation with therapists that you may desire. But for now, I think this is everything I can say in today's video. I hope you find this video informative and enlightening. Please write your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below if you have anything to add. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. And until next time, have a nice day everyone.